My Gavanan Melunin, and well met indeed. I'm Arachir Galadurthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. Welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Canned, and we claim back lands from the Khazad-dum finally. We are besieging Esthala, but a large army led by Utbar and Warlord Tartus have come to try and stop us. That's going to be a very challenging battle, I expect. Captain Riyan is loitering around Finabel. That's no trouble. Carf the Just is going to try and head in to Ankaragmir, see if we can maybe sneak that from them. And Khan Yiltig the Horseman heads north to meet and lead the army led by Captain Nizar and Dumra. Those themselves will retake Chelkar and we'll have that back, which will be nice. Port Arkish is training some minor troops, but nothing really severe. Nothing major, sorry, and we're making some good money now. Similarly, we are going to now go and try and raid Mordor. It might cause them to dislike us a little bit more than perhaps we would want them to. But what the hey-de-ho. Let's take the boogers down. So we'll send those out to that fort to keep more money. And we'll retrain those when we can. But we are now going to end the turn. And now allow me to just say that in the last DaC episode, I mentioned, of course, that as a sweeping statement, paraphrasing what I said, or sorry, not quoting it back verbatim, but it was along the lines of Europeans hate us, with us being Britain. And there have been quite a few comments of people who are quite annoyed that I made such a generalisation. And of course, I mean in context of Eurovision, but then to a wider scope. Not everybody that lives in continental Europe hates people from the UK. That goes without saying. I thought that I wouldn't need to say something that obvious, but I do. Two pikes, Southron archers. It's a slightly better army than we're used to seeing, but we have still got quite a lot of cavalry, and they've only got 15. Oh, and the general's bodyguard, actually. So, I mean, look, it thinks the ratio's in our favour, despite the... Although Peshtan is not Utbar, is he? This is the guy inside the town. But anyway, so yes, I don't think everybody in Europe hates the UK. Of course not. Generally speaking, the majority probably like people from the UK. But the UK does have something of a reputation, certainly abroad, holiday makers in Europe, as being louts. And now there are always people that don't conform to that standard. But at the moment, with Eurovision being very much based and centred around Europe, and the UK having in 2016 voted to no longer be part of the European Union, sentiment towards us is not favourable. And it is very unlikely that even if our song was the absolute best one in the world, Europe was not going to vote it as the winner. And I feel justified in what I said, jokingly though it was, because we, of course, came last, and our song was in no way the worst. Granted, it wasn't our best, but it was an admirable ditty, and certainly better than San Marino's Say Na Na Na, which, granted, had a lot of pep to it, but if the competition is about how one sings, it cannot at all, of course, be overlooked at the fact that Zerhat from San Marino, who I believe has some Turkish in him because he sings in Turkish for a brief part of the song, he wasn't the world's best singer, and he was nowhere near as good as Michael Rice, and that is almost objective at this point. So I do not think we should at all have come last, but we did, because of course nobody voted for us. And whether or not you think that was purely because the song actually was utter garbage, then fair enough, that is what you think. But I can't understand how we came solidly last. We were never going to win, no. But we didn't do very well. And so it reverts back to what I said in the other video, in that we don't do very well because people don't particularly like the UK and they don't vote for us. That was what I meant this statement in as much as well. I'm sure that many people do in fact quite like the United Kingdom. As tourist-wise, I believe London is one of the most visited cities on Earth by people who are not from there. And of course London is our capital city. I'm not sure I'm utilising my men in the best way here, to be honest. Our archers have been shut down by the small number of cavalry that they have. And I've not run them away. It's also horrendously dark. Oh wow, yeah, they're massacring us at the moment. The Southron pikemen are even running down the hill. How on earth is that happening? I don't think we're going to win. I'm not going to lie to you.
Curse the sun that shines on our disgrace. We must turn the wind of battle, or we will taste ashes instead of victory.
Should have had the cavalry ready on the flanks. I wasn't really paying attention, I'm not going to lie to you. I rarely do. If I win a battle, mostly it's on fluke. And then 9 of you. The spearmen over there. Oh, the other cavalry, are they dead? No, they ran away successfully. Oh, good, yeah, you're taunting the pikemen. Keep doing that. Right, those Southron lancers will hopefully get taken down now. Charge back up the hill. 19 of you, charge back up the hill. Where did the Black Snake Guard go? Oh, they're over there. They are losing numbers, though. But the bulk of the enemy's army is there. What are we on now? Now they are losing numbers. Right, charge into those. 8 of you, come out and hit these Snake Guard. Stop them from hitting our archers. We might be able to then fight back. No. I do not like night battles. God, this is horrible. Our army's getting massacred, mostly. Oh, and our cavalry did not make it to the Snake Guard. Now you're chasing them down. Oh, and I didn't notice that you got attacked. I should change you to that.
Only half our force remains.
It's just enemy units everywhere, isn't it? We should probably retreat, really, before the damage is too much. There's only 21 of those archers left. Get yourselves out of there before the pikemen come. Thank you. Oh, they're still alive and still firing away. Who actually is down here and attacking us? Oh, hit the Southron pikemen again. You're going to get them square in the back. Come on. That was a good charge, surely. Relatively. Our generals are losing a lot of men. And this the Snake Guard, isn't it? They're just massacring everyone. Oh, and I forgot about them as well. Ugh. Southron pikemen are just wading through. I'm not sure who those step archers are actually attacking. Run away. They have a lot more archers than I first anticipated. And it is proving to me, certainly, incredibly difficult to even just see the battlefield.
We must turn the wind of battle, or we will taste ashes instead of victory.
Now what we need to do is run away. This is lost to us. We're never going to kill Upbar then. Oh, it means we're going to have to build another army in our heartlands and send them back out. Just do it. Just call the withdrawal. In fact, just exit. It's so much quicker.
Death and defeat have come to sup at our table.
We lost a lot of men.
They do not visit again for some time.
Oh, that... I mean, they did have considerably more men than us. We needed our cavalry to hit so much harder in all of those charges. Even with my poor planning, well, we should never have sat so close to the wall, actually. That was stupid. We gave them... I just did everything wrong that I could possibly do wrong in that battle. Yeah, but there we are. The battle is now lost to the annals of history. Annals? Annals? Annals, I think. And it is for future historians to judge. But I think many will see that as an abject failure on the part of the men of Khan. Oh, the generals made it out alive.
This day belongs to the enemy. We must pull back now.
There we are. Now it's at least on slightly better terms. All right. We're going in. We are outnumbered 2-1. They have 2 generals, one being a factionaire, one's just a standard general. They've got 2 more units of cavalry. They've got less archers this time, only 3.
We shall all find a way to an
The strength of our army is in our dwarven warriors. And there aren't very many of them either. But if we can at least win this battle, we can then pull our army back to Port Arkish, regroup, and then move out as one. There's a hill here, but of course then we're firing into the trees. And they'll have all those trees for cover, but I think this is going to be the best. We don't have very many archers anyway, do we? No. It's also, I'm surprised at how debilitated I was by it merely being nighttime. I'm a little ashamed at how poorly I... Oh dear. Well, I'm not ashamed at all. I fight badly a lot. There we are. 9 cells up, group up. We actually have a lot more archers than I thought. Oh, and I've got to put you in there as well. Group together. I keep getting that pattern wrong. Ah, it annoys me so much. Alright, you gentlemen go on the flank so that you might get your shots off for a little bit longer. We've got him who will be very useful. And we've got 81 of those who are currently hiding in the trees, which is nice. Are they hiding in? No, we'll put them back to the top of the hill. There we are. Take the 6 of those into the trees as well. They're also hiding in the trees. A lot of the army's hiding in the trees. Come at us then, Harad. We're ready for you. Alright everyone, stand your ground. Apart from you guys, actually. Feel free to run down the hill a bit. They're going to try and flank us, almost certainly. Their cavalry's already moving around. 2 units of the cavalry over there, and a third... Oh no, there was a footman, aren't they? Alright, our archers are getting shots off. Is that camels that I see? No. Oh, that's the heir, isn't it? He gets an increased bodyguard battalion. That's the heir, sorry, the 43 over there. The 36 is just their standard. And these are only light cavalry. Oh dear. Right, now's the time to spring the trap on the left. Make those Southern Lancers think that they're going to have free reign into our infantry, and instead they get shot down. You hit those Black Snake Guard. Oh, the Serpent Elixir causes a brief moment of infighting to give discord amongst the enemy rank. Right, you guys really need to win over there. Oh, you're getting massacred. You are getting massacred. Wind Rider's strength is in your speed, not in your fighting prowess. So, head out. Let's start doing some attacks on the flanks. How are you guys on that left-hand side doing? Oh, yes, you are going to win. Perfect. Hit those archers. Black Snake Guard are on that side. No, don't hit the archers. We need to... Well, they're not going to rout, are they? They've got a warlord. If we can kill the warlord, then we'll be alright. Wisdom of the East. Nice charge. Nice charge. Back out. Don't get caught. Oh, no. Our step archers just got massacred. That is them gone. I've just pressed the Windows key instead of the Alt key.
Curse the sun that shines on our disgrace. We must turn the wind of battle, or we will taste ashes instead of victory.
This is what we need down. I shouldn't really go for the archers. We need to get this thick wall trapping our troops. Let's get that out. Who's that coming up the hill? Pikemen. Alright, cavalry. They're only down to 11, so let's free you out. See, I'm much better with a few cavalry. I'm awful when the army is almost entirely cavalry. I do not like the micro gameplay. I never do. It turns a game into a boring, grinding chore, and I've never enjoyed that. But I don't mind it on a smaller scale, where my army is just getting on with it, doing what it's doing, and I can then focus on controlling the cavalry. But if the whole army is cavalry and I'm microing
Only
constantly,
half the enemy force remains.
I'm not about
We
that.
must pray they lose their will to fight.
Alright, 5 of you hit them. You guys curl around. Or at least come around. You hit those Rondel mercenaries. I'll tell you what, actually, cut back in. And you can hit Warlord Tartas. Or whichever one it is on that southern side. How's the main line holding? Oh, they're doing alright, actually. And the Rondel mercenaries are about to get a rude awakening. Not as many as I would have hoped. Surround them and slaughter them. Can you warn Habub again? No. Damn it. Those Southron pikemen are right there. Please be shooting them. Did we get the Black Snake Guard? Yes! The trap on the guard has worked. They are out. 3, 2... Alright, only 2 have made it out. Perfect. Pull yourselves out of there. Orikani warriors, turn and face. How are we doing? 66 pace 48, we're doing alright. Right, if you guys get those Southron pikemen, you start firing at what you like again. You guys come back and hit them. Haradrim spearmen are breaking. Have you guys finished yet? No. Right, now no one is on defensive mode anymore. This pikeman
appears to be running in our favor.
Took that rather badly. Perfect.
Such as these, does victory spring forth?
Now all we need to do now is kill the general and this is over. Oh, but he still has 17 men. I keep pressing the Windows key. Thank goodness that this is locked and doesn't minimise. Pull yourselves out there. How many pikemen are left? 30. The dwarves are an unexpected enemy for the Haradrim and they are not dealing with them very well. But now we need to get over to the other side to help out. So you get through the middle here. Nice. Black Snake Guard. Oh, Southron Lancers. Come on, turn and hit them. Southron Warband. Oh, even with the spears, they just cannot hold us.
Only half our force remains.
Ah, damn. Now, they're at 81% though. What are you moaning about? How many of those Snake Guard are there? Quite a few. Just try and sort of start running out to meet them. Pull yourselves out of the other side. If you're gonna just stand around doing nothing, then I'll change you up. Oh, those pikemen have done very well. The Blacklock Engineers, though, should be quite good once battle is actually joined. Oh, and we can Orn Habab again. Right, finish off those pikemen for me, please. They've got a lot of archers still alive.
We have cut off the serpent's head.
Ah, yes!
The general is slain. Let's see how these snakes fight without their head.
Utbai's down. The pikemen are shaken. Wavering, come on. Haradrim archers are wavering. So which one is was the general the one that was down to 2? Get those crossbowmen involved in melee now. Cavalry has saved the day yet again. Get yourselves out, they'll finish off the pikemen now. Right, both of you go down there and hit those archers.
Our enemy flees before us like a herd of goats.
The whole army is running.
Drive them from the battle.
Capture as many as we can. Capture as many as we can. You cease that, stop that. Oh, Tartus made it out, annoyingly. You can go for them. What are we down to? 96. Oh, no, there's quite a few Haradrim archers over there. Get those. Perfect, that'll do you. Excellent.
This is a most crushing victory.
No, is it what we should have done in the
Men will
first
live in
one?
marble, and our
489.
bones in sand.
248 Nomad Horsemen. Oh, that is a cool image. I have never seen that one before. The Nazgul, before they were. It's a very evil depiction of Sauron, though, isn't it? Glowing red eyes. They look cool, though. I don't think I've ever really seen anyone have a stab at the Nazgul before they were Nazgul. When they were still just great Numenorians. Kill them all. No mercy. We really have prevailed. That has just broken the back of Haradrim's Guardian force in Esthala. Oh, and the Korondaj army arrived. And now they don't hate us as much. Chuck another unit in there to appease them. You can retrain them, but I'm not really sure what it's for. Kruk Mahur can now train almost every unit under the sun. Goodness gracious. Ushisha Storm Riders and everything. Variag Horse Archers. Ah, yes. I will be taking the Lancers, the Horse Archers. Horsemen in this instance, but I quite like everything cavalry related that you've got. Only the Hall of the Brotherhood then remains. Have you got the best town hall that you can have? Yeah. Are you as high as I can go? No. Oh, yes, you are, because I'm canned.
How may I orders? We march.
Alright, siege them out. We're in no rush.
We move.
We want to keep our troops alive.
Yes, we move.
So, Khan Yiltik, will we have an army for you shortly?
Yes.
Pull back to there. Which one's the worst of the two? Yeah, so, Togrul. Togrul,
We move at first light.
you head down here to go with Calf.
At once.
Get us some sight range and see what the enemy's doing down there.
Our enemies will suffer.
Khan Yiltik is heading north, and Warlord Orash. We don't want to be besieging that now. Can you train anything? Ah, yes you can. But they'll take 2 turns anyway. And it's only cavalry. Kruk Mahur, what are you like if I take your garrison out? Will you dislike me? No, you're alright. Try and get them to Port Arkish as quickly as we can. Who's that you caught in there? Tamruban, not a family member, that's a shame.
Yes.
I would have thought you guys would be able to walk much further than that. Your entire army is made of cavalry. We're really going to give Mordor something to think about, aren't we? Are you archers? Yes, you are. So, yeah, that's a solid garrison, really. So if we take those and those, I want to retrain them, you see. We don't really need you on the front lines. So we'll do a little parade of forces moving forwards. Kruk Mahur's no use to me. And Korondaj has only just started liking me again. It's going to take you about 20 million turns to get to the front line, but we don't want to have troops knocking around doing nothing, so... And that's got more than enough troops now. Now again, they can retrain, but I'm not... It must be experience or something. When they go in there, we'll get better money again, but we are making 3,000 with the loss of many of those forces. 4 turns until we're into Mordor. But what do we do with Orash? Send it back to Finabel as a garrison? Are we waiting for the Kruk Mahur army in the Chelkar? I think we are. So, yeah.
Yes. At once.
Pull back for Finabel. Port Arkish, you've got to hold. You don't have many forces and you don't have much support, and it's going to be a good few turns before anyone comes. But you've got enough to hold off what Harad are bringing, and you'll have the town on your side, and towers are much better now, remember? So, they should hold. Now that's some cracking troops we've got coming from Kruk Mahur, so we can just put them to good use. And we'll be alright. We'll be alright, damned it. Damn it all. Ah, they went north. They're pulling back to support Chelkar, no way. What a waste of their time. Oh dear. That is not a message we want to read.
Our enemies will suffer.
Orders. How may I serve?
I'm thinking, given that they're pulling up there, and Arkish is going to have troops of its own in a short while anyway. No, we don't want to do that. We do want them. Then perhaps if you guys
Orders.
go up there as well and just join that army.
Marching no. Yes, noble master.
I will not
Yeah, Man
waste
is even
orders.
trying to head north. I'm not sure what he's up to.
Noble
But... Oh, Ankaragmi is a town. If you link up with
Yes,
Togrul,
noble master. Yes.
what have you got? Only one
Tomorrow's
guy.
journey away. Noble one.
Oh, that's just doing alright.
At once.
Pull yourselves in there for now. I'm not sure what we are retraining there, but oh, you hate me. You absolutely hate me, and a sanctuary's way too much money. So that's of no use to us, really. Oh, Ibamari got the military lodgings as well, so we can get even more troops on our northern Mordor frontier.
How may I serve?
There's some more money. 500 more gold
Enemies will
coins.
suffer.
It's crazy when
By your
4
will.
of your units only cost 500 gold in upkeep.
Yes,
It's so
noble
cheap.
master. We move an honor.
Right, Calf, come back and get Togrul, and I think the two of you might be able to cheese that army out and win there.
Journey awaits.
Korandash likes us a bit more. You could get communal farming with the money we're about to get. Crockmare, what can you throw in? Have you got another blacksmith going? Or have you built them all already? You've built them all already. Well done. Ballister's no real use to me, is it? We just don't build anything else. We want the money.
Yes.
So we've got troops coming from there. We've got troops coming from Crockmare. Finabel's army is absolutely battered, though. Look at that. The only strength in there is Palando and Orash. Arash. But the Chelkar army will be with them soon, unless if we... I don't really want to leave them in there, so...
Orders.
Oh, look, we can make it almost all the way. You move to Finabel.
Yes. An
Look how far he can go. Goodness gracious.
Noble
Two
one.
of you,
At once.
head back.
Orders. We rest.
It's
Yes,
relatively
noble
safer in
one.
Arkish, and it's also
Tomorrow's
stronger and less
journey
threatened.
awaits.
Oh, that should hopefully keep them alive. I don't want to lose Palando the same way we did Alatar to a needless folly. And it was needless. Oh, I should say, I shouldn't say, it makes absolutely no odds, but I'm just circling back round to it for one final time before we leave it now till 2020. I did actually quite like the Netherlands in the Eurovision Song Contest, but my favourite songs were from Italy, Soldi, Mahmoud, and Chingis from Azerbaijan with Truth. Those were my two favourite songs.
It is a sea.
So, ah, damn you, Harad! Damn you! Why can't they just leave
Our
me
enemies
alone?
will suffer.
But we'll have Saragoss
We
soon.
move.
Soon?
Marching
Mordor is
no
not
further.
going to be expecting what's
An
about to happen
honor
over there.
serve.
I will not
Ah,
waste
and half
orders.
of the garrison
Yes,
of
noble
Ankaragmir has just ridden out to meet us.
Noble one. At once.
Those will have more troops shortly. You can retrain as well. And Chelkar is about to fall. I wonder if they actually will try and fight us, because I mean, I'll take it if you're going to
Army will be
try.
unstoppable.
I don't know. We can crush all of that with this army and no
Our
trouble.
enemies will
It's quite a
suffer.
solid army, actually. Plenty of cavalry, although Marauders are absolute garbage. But, if we are making good money, but then this army's going to cost us so much when they come out of here, aren't they? That's a lot of money. I'm just thinking, let's chuck a couple more of those, and then that makes a full army, then, doesn't it? Well, actually, I'd want those instead. Take two of those. I'd rather have static archers than raiders. I'm not that great with cavalry, but what I am assuredly awful with is cavalry archers. So I try and steer clear of those where I can. Get a leather worker for some more money, or a market's probably better actually. All right,
Yes, noble.
I will not waste
we'll
orders.
fight this one, and then that will likely be the end of today's episode. What have you got? Southron Lancers. We've got to deal with the Lancers, and then we can charge down the infantry, and we should win.
We shall not fall or flee. We attack.
We might bleed. Let's not lie to our men here. We might bleed. There are some wives and some mothers out there somewhere who are shortly to receive a rather saddening
The fate has
letter.
turned against us. The foe seems to be winning the battle.
Oh, we haven't even started yet, and you're already chickening out. Ah, yes. Please do run away. I welcome that. Right, the archers are for the cavalry. Don't shoot until you can shoot that cavalry. They're pulling themselves right back, aren't they? I don't care if they shoot back. I want that cavalry shot down. Lead the cavalry away. Lead the cavalry away. How are you both getting caught? You're so annoyingly bad at this, cavalry. Please tell me you're shooting the cavalry. Why did you just stop? The problem is that at times one, it's just frustratingly and cruciatingly slow. And it bores me to no end. Especially when all you're doing is this. Just cheesing the AI to let their cavalry come and die. As soon as that cavalry is down, we can definitely just charge down the remaining battalions. Just make them circle that. No, 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 no. Alright, we can probably get them now. Alright, keep them running over there. And then turn and hit them. And do we lose anyone? 2 men.
The enemy general flees like an old woman. Attack and break the will of his men.
Right, now pull yourselves over here. Well, both of you, if you would.
Head. The enemy general is slain.
Just shoot what's
See
left.
how these snakes fight without their head.
We're going for the archers first. Are they breaking already? No, they're only shaken.
Our men have fought much and are becoming tired.
We're getting taken down a lot more by these archers than I was expecting.
To be that foe fights with horns made of clay.
Capture
Only
them.
half the enemy force remains.
Alright,
They lose their will
14
to
of you
fight.
up the hill, 12 of you go over there. Just head over there.
Our enemy flees before
And
us
it's
like a
over.
herd of goats.
Yes.
Drive them from the battle.
Oh, damn sure we will. Can you get the remaining ones of them? No, they're going to make it out, aren't they? How many are there? 14. What is that? Just enough. Go on, look, there's one more. There's one more. Don't let him get out.
The enemy must curse
Yes.
the day they were born.
Yes!
Let all the poets write of this most
All the poets will not only write, but sing till the day's end of that most triumphant victory. And there's a very cool depiction of what I can only assume are either Ithilien or Dunedain Rangers. They could well be elves, but they've got a distinctly mannish vibe to them. Particularly in the sword that that gentleman's holding. In almost all depictions I've seen of elves, from every single artistic bend, they always have swords that are more reminiscent of nature, i.e. they have flowing designs. Specifically Lord of the Rings elves, or Middle-earth elves. Kill them all. See, so we might lose the odd battle like we did at the start here, but then we are definitely going to win the war, and they are going to regret what they just did. Right, you move in and get them. That'll stop them training anything. Ah, they have a general here. It'll be harder to defeat the army that they've got in that town. Not very good against camels. And Finabel. I'm not sure Finabel is going to hold. The last of the dwarven support that came with the blue wizards from afar. Now, obviously, convoys have been established now and more dwarves are coming, but they were the first. The trailblazers. And it looks as though they are going to end their days in the central heart of Harad. It is, however, concerning that, of course, the Aradanaim have got their power message. I would suggest, therefore, Dol Amroth have been pushed right across the river. And Harad are likely down to only a few provinces, especially when we take Ankara-Mir, which I think we might be able to do. I probably shouldn't have actually besieged them, but anyway. And speaking of No, there was no link to that whatsoever. I'm going to end the episode there. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I do hope you've enjoyed this. There will be another canned episode this week, unlike 2 weeks ago where I only did one canned episode. And of course, then I'll do Skyrim this week as well. Absolutely loving doing the Skyrim playthrough, and I thank you all for your comments, your feedback, and the fact that you're all delighted with it too. It's nice to have something other than DaC to pop up. But anyway, for now, that is everything. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, dear friends, na bhair na den penamad melonin, and farewell.